All right, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be unboxing and doing kind of an overall review of the Jean Miss perfumes. So Jean Miss is a fragrance house that it's a clone house, and I mainly have only found them on TEMU. They're like the biggest clone house in China on TEMU. TEMU is kind of like AliExpress. It's one of those websites or apps where you can ship stuff directly from China, so you kind of cut out the middleman, and it's super dirt cheap, but it takes like 30 days, sometimes even 60 days. But there's a lot of clones on there. So a lot of fragrance clones, a lot of other stuff too, but yeah, so I figured I would buy all of them pretty much and just see if they were worth it at all or if they were kind of just trash. So far with these two, I've already released review videos on the Jean Miss Versace Eros clone, which I thought was okay, maybe 6 out of 10. Great presentation, but the smell was like 6 out of 10, not great performance. And then same thing with the Jean Miss Acqua di Parma Blue Mediterraneo series. There were 4 of them that I got, and they were all pretty weak, maybe 6 out of 10 as well. Great presentation again. So they do a good job so far with presentations, but it's just the smell inside is just a little bit watered down is what I found. But I'd love to see what kind of the rest of them are like. So we'll just start you off, okay? So let's roll the intro and we'll get into it. Okay, so the first clone we're gonna be opening is, of course, we couldn't go without an Aventus clone, right? So this is just called Jean Miss Eau de Parfum. This is a 30 milliliter, okay? It feels like kind of a imprinted woody sort of texture on the box. Other than that, nothing fancy about it. So open this bad boy up and we'll see what we got. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. Look at this, guys. It's a tiny little Creed bottle. Wow, and it says Jean Miss right there, Jean Miss. It looks just like the Creed bottle. You know how they're like kind of that slanted thing, and then it has these little, I don't know what they are, maybe they're canes, something like that. It actually feels like a well done presentation. This cap is metal. It's a, wait, is it? No. No, it's a plastic cap, but it's a hard plastic cap, and then underneath, there's a metal atomizer and a metal collar. Hey, not bad. I actually really like the presentation. It's just a tiny, cute little 30 milliliter, you know, Creed Aventus thing. Okay, so let's give it a spray. And again, this was like $6, so I'm not expecting too much, but let's see. Oh, okay, all right. Unmistakably Creed Aventus. This is, I think, so far of the fragrances that I've smelled by them, I think this is their best clone. They nailed it. The dihydromercenol, right? That harsh synthetic sort of a lavendery, citrusy note, and then that allyl amyl glycolate, right? The pineapple note, pineapple in the tin, kind of metallic, right? Very masculine. Very out there, very fresh. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like Creed Aventus. It's amazing. Great fragrance. Okay, I actually really like the presentation. I like the smell of that. Let's compare it to the real one though, okay? So I have a sample of the real one because I'm not rich. I'm not Jeff Bezos, so I don't buy a whole bottle of Creed Aventus, but it's okay. Got a little sample bottle of it. Okay. So yes, okay, it's stronger. And yes, they have a little bit more pineapple. Imagine a weak version of Aventus. Just spray more. This is more Aventus-y. Let's get the other one in here. Yes, so yeah, it's stronger. Maybe the pineapple jumps out at me a little bit more in the real Aventus. Yeah, a little bit more of the fruitiness. Subtle sweetness, very subtle sweetness that you don't really find in this. This is like the ghost of Aventus. Overall, not bad bang for your buck though. The other ones I gave a 6 out of 10. This one I'm probably giving an 8 out of 10. That I really like, and I like the presentation. Yeah, it's nowhere near as strong and powerful and you know, kind of noteworthy. It doesn't have that certain oomph that the real Aventus has. I think of my clones, the best smelling one of Aventus that I have is probably just the Club de Nuit Intense Man. You know, we've all heard about it. We all know it's a good one. And it is. So, you know, fair enough. Okay. So, on to the next one. We have Very Mush Pour Homme Blue. So, as you can see, I mean, just look at it. It's obviously going to be a Versace Dylan Blue. And I knew that right off of the bat when I was looking at it. I was like, okay, that looks just like Versace Dylan Blue. So, they know what they're doing. This is a 50 mil. Again, it was like $6. Okay, let's pop this bad boy open. Ooh, okay. Look at the presentation. I'm telling you guys, if you're going for a presentation of these clones and not just something in a you know, kind of a nondescript container like that fragrance company I just did a review for, Alt, they go a step further than Alt, don't they? Look at that. That looks so similar. Oh my gosh. Even the kind of the bezeled face of this, almost like a cut gem. Wow, and the color, almost 1-to-1 of this glass, almost 1-to-1. The cap, of course, is nowhere near as nice. It looks a little bit more brassy. And then instead of the Medusa, it has the Jean Miss, whatever that thing is. It's like a crown, I think, is their logo. Yeah, plastic cap, very, very cheap cap. Disgusting cap, but that's okay. I think this one's plastic too. Yeah, it has a little bit of metal on it, but their cap isn't amazing anyway, the Versace one. Anyway, so let's give it a smell. Enough chit chat, right? Okay, atomizer is very direct. It like shoots like a shot, not very much like a shotgun, more like a rifle. Yeah, I get it right off of memory, at least. I get Dylan Blue, but I get very weak Dylan Blue. Let's see the real Dylan Blue. Let's give it a little comparison, guys. This is actually kind of a direct spray also. Huh. Maybe they copied that too. So much more amber. A fruitiness that they get from the labdanum. It has a certain fruitiness. I don't know if other people pick up on that or they think that it's fruity, but to me, labdanum smells almost fruity, even though it's supposed to be an ambery, leathery, kind of sweet. So good. Yeah, this is like the ghost of Dylan Blue. Again, it's like this is the full-bodied, you know, singing the song. This is my, you know, rock song, Dylan Blue, and this one's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a stale breath of this one. I don't know. They got the woodiness down, just not enough amber, not enough oomph. It's like this is like a 5% concentration and this is like 20%. So think of it that way. You'd have to kind of bathe in this stuff, I think, to really get it. I'll try it on skin at the end because I'm just interested, but it does not project, at least on paper. Okay, so next we have Jean Miss JM. And this is supposed to be an Acqua di Gio, it looks like. It looks like the same kind of a Acqua di Gio. So this could either look like Acqua di Gio Profumo or, well, it also kind of looks like the small Armani Code. Not the weird, like, totem pole one, but like their small container. So I really don't know what to expect. I have a sample here of Acqua di Gio Profondo and I have a Acqua di Gio regular one. So I really don't know what to expect of this. We'll kind of just give it a smell. Kind of a crummy plastic cap, but the rest of it looks nice, standard. Yeah, standard. It says Jean Miss JM. Good atomizer, great atomizer. Yeah, that's like it's supposed to be like Profumo or Profondo. So I'm gonna smell the Profumo. We'll compare it. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. What does this bottle look like at least? I don't know if it's always supposed to look exactly like what the bottle looks like. So it smells like a dirtier, a little bit weaker version of this, of Acqua di Gio Profumo, right? Is that Profumo? Profondo, yeah. It smells like Profondo, but a little bit weaker. Pretty similar though. just a slight bit weaker. Less herbal and agristic. I like it, but I don't like either of them. I'm not a huge Acqua di Gio fan, to be honest. I know that's kind of heresy in the fragrance community, but I think it's okay. Maybe I give that one a 6 out of 10. I think they're trying to be like Profondo. Yeah, and this one I'll probably also give maybe a 5. I'll probably give this one a 5 out of 10 because it just really doesn't have any oomph to it. And then last but not least, we have JTF Miss Old Wood. So obviously that's supposed to be oud wood. I mean, look at the packaging, right? Look at this sort of a, almost like a leather bound sort of a presentation to it. This is obviously supposed to be like Tom Ford. Yep, look at this container. It is almost 1-to-1. Look at that. JTF Miss Old Wood. The top has this little metallic thing on it. You take it off. Ooh, nice. It's a plastic cap, but honestly, the Tom Ford ones are pretty crappy, pretty crummy presentations anyway. I don't really like Tom Ford's fragrances. I think they're a little heavy and just kind of, I don't know, kind of basic, but I don't mind. I don't mind oud wood. So this is supposed to be like oud wood, okay? I've smelled it many times, but I don't actually own a sample of it. Oh, okay, all right. Again, weak, but similar. Weak, but similar. It doesn't have the same depth. It feels like an eau de toilette or an eau de cologne concentration. This says eau de parfum, my butt it is. This is not eau de parfum, but the presentation is amazing. The smell is okay. So I would say that pretty much for all of them, you guys. So this one's maybe a 7 out of 10, 6 or 7 out of 10. Not a bad fragrance. It doesn't smell like old wood. It doesn't smell too musty or anything like that, but I don't get a whole lot of oudiness. I don't get a whole lot of depth like the actual Tom Ford one. I will admit has a good amount of depth and heaviness to it. So yeah, maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. So for all of them, out of all of them, I think that the Aventus was the best, probably, the Aventus clone. I really like the presentation of all of them, except maybe this one, just the Jean Miss. That one was okay, but if I were to buy any of them again, it would probably just be the Jean Miss Aventus clone. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, how important is the presentation to you guys versus the juice inside? You know, I know most of the time when you're walking around, it's about the juice, but it's also kind of the experience, right? The ritual of applying fragrance that's also kind of part of the fun for collectors, at least in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would say, hey, you can get them, but don't expect too much out of them. They're gonna be $5 or $6, so expect, you know, maybe like a $10 value as far as fragrance goes. So yeah, all right, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you wanna see me unbox the rest of them or if you like content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.